welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be swapping my phone screen time for reading. Let's see how long I've been on my phone. Hopefully it hasn't been that long, but if it is, then it is what it is, okay? So, oh, I was like, my daily average screen time for the week is exactly 5 hours. Exactly 5 hours. And I've been on YouTube the most. What? Okay. So it's looking like I'm gonna be reading for a total of 5 hours exactly. We gotta screenshot that for the thumbnail later. For the week. Okay. The book that I'm currently reading is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I'm actually gonna go see the movie on Saturday, so by the time you see this video, I would have already seen the movie. I already like booked my ticket and everything, so I need to finish this book. Anyway, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. So basically it's about this girl named Lily. She's from a small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college and then moved to Boston. She started her own business. Okay, boss lady. But then she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid. Everything in her life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. It probably is. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, and maybe even a little arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily. But Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas, her first love and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. Her first love comes back. Girl, I wouldn't even know what I would do. With this bold and deeply personal novel, Colleen Hoover delivers a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. It Ends With Us is an unforgettable tale of love that comes at the ultimate price. What price? I read this book like 2 years ago. I don't even remember. Like, I remember being like, this book is so toxic. But I don't remember much of anything else. Like, all I remember was thinking like, this book is toxic. So, take that with what you will, okay? In today's reading vlog, we're gonna be reading for 5 hours. Will I be able to finish this book in 5 hours? A question, okay? This book has a total of 373 pages. So maybe. Let's read for 5 hours. I'm gonna take you along with me throughout the week as I read for 5 hours. I'm definitely not gonna read for 5 hours in one day, although I probably could. I just don't want to, okay? That's not as fun. So I'm gonna like split up the time throughout the days, throughout the week. That sounds more fun to me. Okay, so I'm gonna read like for at least an hour today and see how far we go. Anyway, we're about to get into reading, so let's go read. One hour down, 4 more to go. Hee hee. Girl, oh my god, this book is, it's all coming back to me now. Ryle, it's Ryle. Toxic.
blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tights, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving interviews, I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you know improved, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard. Number one fan, your side, you applaud. Got me think about inside the walls. Words cut deep, it's like a sword. Making me better, you hotter than pepper. You with a big stepper who
It's time for an update. I only have about 2 hours. I'm definitely going to continue reading until I finish the book, so I'll still tell you my thoughts on it at the end. I'm pretty much halfway through, but girl, so many crazy things just happened, okay? I've read for like a while yesterday, but like it's that time of the month for me. I was literally in bed all day reading, feeling like absolute trash. Like I don't know what it is. Somebody did recommend cramp bark to me or something like that, but I haven't tried it yet. But so I felt really bad yesterday. I was just like, yeah. Day 1, day 2 are the worst. You probably know. Anyway, one thing about this book is like, I like how Lily writes to Ellen DeGeneres. She's always like, "Dear Ellen." She goes back in time a lot, but the way she goes back in time is based on her previous diaries from when she was in like high school. And that's kind of how you get introduced to Atlas. He's on the back of the book. He was her first love and all this kind of stuff. You get introduced to him from her diary entries from when she was writing to Ellen about him. It wasn't necessarily a diary because it wasn't cool to have a diary, her words. So she would just pretend like she's writing a letter to Ellen DeGeneres. And she would talk about like the stuff that was going on in the Ellen shows, and like it was just really cool. I like that kind of vibe, you know? I love Atlas. He is just such a genuine soul, you know? And Ryo, he is already toxic. Like he has so many red flags before they even started like dating that it's just like, girl, I would never have even dated him, you know, because he already said what he said. I don't know, he's just toxic. He's just so toxic. Ryo Kincaid, toxic as heck. Literally said Ryo is assertive, he's stubborn and a little arrogant, but he's also sensitive and brilliant. He has a total soft spot for Lily. But then it says, but his complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. Here's one thing, Ryo's sister is giving like warning signals, but she's not like right out saying what she's thinking and what she's feeling. And that part is kind of annoying to me. I'm like, what is it that she's not saying, you know? I don't even remember, but I'm like, what is it that she's hiding? When Ryo's sister found out that Lily was interested in Ryo, she wasn't like, oh my God, like so happy like you would think. She was kind of just like, I don't know how to describe it, you know? She was kind of like, you know, so I don't know. I wish she would say more so that we don't go this whole book thinking one thing or wondering, but I'm betting this is about to happen, you know, if I remember correctly. But also, one thing I love about this book is it's not just about like love connections. I like how even on the synopsis it says that like Lily moved to Boston basically alone to start her own life and to start her own business. So it's taking us on the journey of her being a business owner, like buying the place and like decorating and like refurnishing and like doing all that. Like I just love that like she has a work ethic about her. It's not just like her love life. So there are other things that she's interested in doing. She wants to have a flower shop, and so it takes you on the journey of her like starting her own business, starting her own flower shop, and like she's really into gardening, and I just love that. Lily really loves gardening, and Atlas kind of like, why do you like gardening? Like what is it about gardening that you like? And she was kind of like, it gave her something to look forward to. Growing things felt like a reward. And Alice was like, a reward for what? And this is what I love. It was like, for loving my plants the right way. Plants reward you based on the amount of love you show them. If you're cruel to them or neglect them, they give you nothing. But if you care for them and love them the right way, they reward you with gifts in the form of vegetables or fruits or flowers. And I was like, that is so cool. I never thought of it that way, but that makes a lot of sense. And I love that. And then Alice was like, we're just alike. Me and you. And Alice was like, no, like me and plants. Plants and humans. Plants need to be loved the right way in order to survive, and so do humans. We rely on our parents from birth to love us enough to keep us alive. And if our parents show us the right kind of love, we turn out as better humans overall. But if we're neglected, ... literally is what it says. But then to spin that, I love how Lily was like, yeah, but like, look at that tree over there. She like pointed to a tree. In the middle of the road was an oak tree that stood taller than all the rest of the trees. She said that tree grew on its own. Most plants do need a lot of care to survive, but some things, like trees, are strong enough to do it by just relying on themselves and nobody else. I was like, that is the analogy that I need. Yes, we do need to be nurtured and loved and cared for by our parents to survive, but some people can make it out on their own to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? We have to get through birth, that part. But like when you become a certain age, you can make it happen even if it's on your own. Yes, we might go faster if we have more care and nurture in our lives, but it doesn't mean that you can't do it all on your own. Love that. I'm a sucker for like quotes and stuff, so here we are. Yeah, so that's a quick update. I have halfway to go and I have 2 more hours, and so I'm gonna be reading for the remainder of the day. Well, the day is not over at all, but like I'm gonna finish up the 2 hours of reading, and then when I finish the book, I'm gonna come back and tell you. And then I have tickets to go see the movie literally tomorrow. So I have to finish this book by tomorrow, like before the movie. So I have like I'm on a timeline with myself. So anyway, let's get back into the video. Dude. So I finished the book. I'm actually getting ready to go to the movies to see this movie by myself. I'm going on a little solo date, you know, because I like to do things like that. I had second thoughts about going to the movies after finishing this book because I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I want to see this. It's so toxic. It is so bad. It is so bad. Like, it really is. Like, it is so toxic. I'm like, I'm telling you, like, you gotta wait until you get 65% into the book, maybe even 70% into the book before it hits you like a brick wall. You don't even know, like, you like, ugh, it's so sad how they set this up. You don't see it coming until you see it coming, you know? And then by that point, you're like too far in. But like, there were clues and there were signs, but it wasn't enough to be like, oh, that's what's gonna happen. If you have read this book, leave a comment down below. I don't know. I don't know. It is way too toxic for me. So I'm like, yeah, I did not like that. Like, so many things could have been different. So many things could have been avoided. So many things. So many. It was so frustrating because I'm like, I'm so mad at how dumb everything was. Like, the situation. I can't really say anything without giving spoilers, but if you know, you know. Like, all of that could have been avoided had anybody just had one conversation with the, like, and then don't try to excuse people's terrible behavior because of something that happened in the past. Like, there is no excuse for, like, there is no excuse. None. No. And I didn't like how they were trying to get the sister to be like, well, you gotta hear him out, hear him out. And then at the end, the sister was like, as his sister, I want this for him, but as your best friend, why did she wait all the way to the end of the book to be like that? She should have been like that the second she knew. The second, like, she should have been like that. Especially if she knew he was like that and didn't. Girl, I was just like, there is something that the sister isn't saying. I had a feeling. I knew there was something that she wasn't saying. And then it wasn't until like all this stuff had already happened, things that you cannot take back. Oh my god, my heart is hurting. Like, I already know this is about to be a toxic roller coaster at this movie. I'm about to be in there like, God, I don't even know how I'm gonna react. I don't know. But it was very much a toxic mess. It was very much a toxic mess. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. So here we are. The only reason why I would give it a low rating is because I don't like the toxicity. Like, that's not my cup of tea. I don't want to read about that kind of stuff. But it's like, it doesn't warn you. I don't see any like trigger warnings, you know? When I read Before I Let Go, before you even read the book, there's like trigger warning message in the front of the book saying like, this book talks about trauma and all this kind of stuff. And like, that was real nice, but it's not nearly as bad toxic wise as this book. And there were no trigger warnings ahead of time. Like, there were no warnings about what you were about to read, really. And based on the synopsis, I kept rereading it like, did it kind of tell us here? No, it's just like a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. It Ends With Us is an unforgettable tale of love that comes at the ultimate price. That's your warning? Girl, trigger warnings, okay? Even before you go and see the movie, I recommend looking at the trigger warnings because it's gonna trigger you if, like, yeah, girl. So yeah. So life keeps going on, right? On to the next book. But I'm gonna go to the movies and like, cause I already booked my ticket. I can't back out of it at this point unless I wanna waste money. So I'm going to the movies. People show up to the movie theaters by themselves. And right now I see people walking out of the movie theaters by themselves. So either like today is a really good day to go to movie theaters by yourself, or it's becoming like a normal situation. And I'm not gonna lie. Right before I do things by myself, I do get nervous. Like, I should have just walked in by now, right? But now I was like, let me vlog. This is my chance to like people watch as well. I'm like, who's walking in here? Who's walking out? Girl, it's mostly like older people, but that's okay. I'm not discriminating. Thank you guys for coming along with me during this really interesting reading vlog that turned into like a, girl, I don't know what this is, but thank you guys for watching. Post movie thoughts. I don't even know if y'all can see me really, but I'm gonna talk anyway. Girl, by the end of that movie, everybody was in that thing crying, girl. Everybody was in the movie theaters crying, including me. So sad, so sad, so toxic, so sad. Blake Lively, the actors, actresses, they had everybody in the movie theaters crying, okay? I have no words. They were in there crying, including myself. I was like, okay, I need to go home because now everyone's looking at me with my lights on. But yeah, it was a good. I'm gonna talk about it when I get home, okay? Let me get out of here. I don't even know why I'm tired. All I did was just like sit and watch a movie. Anyway, it's sad. Like, it ends happy, but it's still sad. Like, that's how the book is too. Like, the book ended happy, but it's still messed up. Like, the whole situation is just so messed up. Like, I wonder if they're gonna do like It Starts With Us, like a part 2 from the second book. I don't know. Pretty much every seat was full. The movie came out yesterday actually, so it wasn't the premiere. Cause I tried to go for the premiere, but every seat was taken. So it was, yeah. And then when people were walking out, they were like, that was a good movie. And I wonder, like, did y'all read the book? Because there were some things that they left out from the book, like, and there was some like different wording. Like, it's interesting that I finished the book like last night, because today I was like expecting it, I wasn't even expecting it to be verbatim the same, but it was like in the book she said that, but in the movie he said that, or like vice versa, you know? So like, and then there are some people that they completely left out of the movie. In the book, Lily had a roommate, Lucy. Also in the book, Lily had her own apartment, but they never really like showed that part. Like, somehow they just like completely skipped it out. Like, I don't know. That was different. And also in the book, whenever like Lily ran to Atlas to like get help or whatever, she met Atlas's friends. It was like 3 guys. They never made an appearance in the movie. So that was interesting. In the book, it was actually like a pretty funny scene how like those little minor details that makes the book taken out from the movie was still the movie, but like it was just a little different. And I don't know. It was also like very wholesome. Like, I feel like I need a hug. I'm delusional at this point. It's like 10 p.m. The movie started at 7, okay? But anyway, for my people who don't like to do things by themselves, because a few of you have been commenting, there were so many girls in there by themselves, including myself. But like when the movie was over, people were just like getting up and leaving, right? There were like girls who were just getting up and leaving by themselves. And I was like, okay, bet. Like, I bet you read the book. Like, there's no reason for you to be in here by yourself if you didn't read the book, you know? I don't know. But I just felt this collective, like, wow, I'm not the only one in here by myself. There were so many other girls in there by themselves. And then for all the couples that were there, I kept looking at the guys like, she definitely dragged you here, didn't she? It's such a chick flick, you know? But anyway, let me not be sexist, because, you know, anybody can watch it. Because 2 men are very heavily involved. 2 main characters. Girl, oh my God, speaking of characters, Lily's dad was one of the doctors from Grey's Anatomy. Oh my God, that part. When I saw him, I was like, and I didn't want to be the only one in the movie to react, but I was like, it looks like I watch a lot of TV. I really don't. But like, those characters from that movie were from like main things. Grey's Anatomy, Jane the Virgin, Gossip Girl. Like, I guess the only person who was kind of new was like Atlas himself. But I saw Lily's dad, I was like, no way is he the one. No way, no way. That was, yeah. The casting was great. They picked the perfect people to play those roles, honestly. Like, anyway, I'm about to shower and get in bed, so here we are. I just wanted to share my experience. It was a fun experience. I had so much fun by myself. Honestly, the whole time I was in there like smiling down, and when it was time to cry, I was in there like looking around like I'm not the only one. Then I heard every other people start crying. I was like, okay, I'm not the only one. It was a good like collective vibe, you know. The vibe was nice. It was nice. So I finished reading 5 hours ago, but then I went to go see the movie. So then this, yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos from me. If you care to join my book club, I'll leave it down below. You should definitely join the book club. A few of you have already joined it, and I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. We like talk all the time, and I really appreciate you, so that's fun. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next vlog, the next video. Bye.